Everybody say, say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything.
You're my everything.
How can I express my gratitude?
How can I express my gratitude
for all the many things,
you've
Father,
done
you
for
done
me?
for me, yeah.
Words are not enough to say thank you.
So Lord, you are,
Lord,
you
you're
are.
my everything.
See, I call you Zion.
You're my provider.
I call you Nisi. You are my battle. I call you Rapha. Hey.
You are my healer.
Say, Lord, you are.
You're my everything.
I call you Jireh.
You're my provider.
I call you Nisi. You are my banner. I call you Rapha.
You are my healer.
Say, Lord, you are.
You're my everything.
Oh, you're my thing.
And we are live. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to the second Saturday of the month of April in 2025. We are celebrating a milestone this afternoon. We are going to have a look at the impact one wonderful person of the community has had for over 30 years. And we are celebrating 60 years of the life of this wonderful gentleman. And then he has a gift for you. He's going to tell us how to prevent a situation you do not want to get into. It's the Community and the Law live on BWTV, brought to you by BWF Solicitors. And with your permission, we want to say welcome on board. And we're going to sing happy birthday if you are ready. Get your voices ready. Tell the other person to tell the other person that we are live. It's the Community and the Law.
Hello. Yeah, you're good. Hello. There are several questions in the community when it comes to the law, especially with immigration matters. That is why I'm inviting you to join us on the program, The Community and the Law, live on BWTV and brought to you by BWF Solicitors, our trusted partners when it comes to the law. Opportunity to meet you live on the program to explain to you all the updates that have come from the Home Office and also address your questions and concerns that you might have when it comes to the law. The Community and the Law is brought to you every Saturday between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. UK time. We're live on all social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. At BWF Solicitors, at BWTV, and of course, we urge you to share the program and invite others to join us. Remember, it's at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. every Saturday, live on BWTV. You have your questions. There are answers. So join us, learn, and empower yourself on the program, The Community and the Law. So pick up the phone and dial 0208-493-7345. Or you can send a text 07950 422780. It's The Community and the Law. My name is Oreku Frimpon, and I am your host.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specialising in a range of legal services. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced law firm specialising in immigration and nationality, appeals and judicial review, dispute resolution, family and matrimonial and other family law disputes with international context. These include matters such as private child arrangement orders, contested and uncontested divorce, non-molestation for domestic violence, and financial remedy. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you at such a difficult time. Our advice is delivered in a confidential and sensitive manner. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner, with over 32 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stands for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity, inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance specific to your case. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Our team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with all your legal needs. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Our main office line is 0208 493 7340, or our emergency line is 07712 761 884.
It's a wonderful privilege to be coming your way once again this Saturday afternoon, the 12th of April 2025. I'm doing this on behalf of the wonderful community here that work with the BWF Solicitors law firm. BWF Solicitors, we salute you and we say thank you very much for making yourself available to empower the community and also help us solve all legal and immigration issues. BWF Solicitors, we say thank you. And we can't do anything with BWF Solicitors, celebrate the success and everything, without the person that dreamt about it, that's been the cornerstone and has always been the business developer, the initiator, the innovator, and the man that influences the community. I'm talking about Bernard Owusu, the senior partner of BWF Solicitors. And today I'm dedicating the whole show to him because, as you may have seen on the top right corner of your screen, he is 60 years old. That's a wonderful milestone. I kind of remember 10 years ago when he was 50 and we celebrated the golden anniversary or golden jubilee of his life. I thought of, yes, many more years to come, but I didn't know 10 years was coming this quick. Today, ladies and gentlemen, by courtesy of BWF Solicitors, we're bringing you another edition of the Community and the Law, and we are going to celebrate this man. I have a lot to say about him, but there are also people who have been influenced by him. Watch this, and you tell me I said what was right and a fact.
Happy birthday to a wonderful brother, Bernard Nana Owusu, aka Beniwela.
Yeah, this one. No, I was going to. No, this
Alright, can I hear something of fun?
one. Yes, so that's a short video to say some of the things people have thought of Mr. Bernard Owusu. Ladies and gentlemen, I am privileged to be sitting in this seat and working with a man who has influenced me as a person, the community as a whole, in fact, the legal fraternity here in the UK, serving the the minority, kind of. He could have been on the high street and charging thousands per hour, but he's decided over 32 years ago to serve the minority community here in the UK. He set up his own business after working with another law firm in Barlam, South London. But he moved to the east and he's been here all through, and now he is in North London. Mr. Bernard Owusu is a senior partner of BWF Solicitors. And ladies and gentlemen, he is 60 years old. Hooray. Mr. Owusu, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Kweku.
Thank you very much for joining us. I wanted to pull a lot of surprises, but unfortunately, you are one person I have never been able to surprise. How are you? And how does it feel to be 60 years?
Well, I feel blessed. I feel humbled, and I feel a lot of love from family, my own family, my wife, my children, and also my siblings, but also the family that I've made, which is work, and the many people who we call extended family. So BWF family for 32 years, August, well, 33 actually, in August. The many people that we've touched, their lives that, we've impacted, the families that we've brought together, all of them, their prayers really make me feel humbled. That this one.
I think I can count if the more than 30 young people, even some adults, who have you as their godfather. Can you count them?
Well, it's a blessing, Kweku. I didn't envisage me being here. If you look at my life trajectory, clearly with the good fortune and the blessings of God, it's the reason why I'm here. And I don't take that kindly, I don't take that kindly. So I'm grateful to everyone who's been a blessing to me.
Well, today we want to really get to know you a bit more. I know the very calm demeanor you have now is not what you started with. I won't tell people what it is. They live one time and all the other things. But, a great sportsman who, for some reason, had to quit sports to concentrate on other things. People, if you don't know, he's a very good hockey player. And a good family man, and the rest of it. Would you be surprised what people say about you?
No. Nothing surprises me anymore. I mean, there's what we call opinion, perception, and there's fact. So each person will have three of those, and is a fact that informs the perception and then the opinion. So we are all different people, and over the years, I've had many good things said to me, but I also remember some of the things that really got me to learn really, really hard in secondary school, to be determined to work in the community and save, because of many changes in our life in Ghana. During our teenage years, many things happen in Ghana, and that's what really informed where I am now.
Well, one of your very best friends is Dr. Puku.
Yes.
And I have been able to get him to speak to me about you. What do you expect him to say?
Oh, Dr. Puku, we call him Mackenzie, right? So he's my bosom friend. We've known each other. We're like brothers.
Right.
Because really, I'm the oldest in my family. So my brothers, the three of them gel with my sister. And I'm the one who's supposed to be the mature person. So he's the kind of person that really, we share a lot of a lot of things in common. He's very aspirational,
Mm.
very, very competitive, thoughtful person, kind, God-fearing, a family man, family-oriented. But above all, what I like about him is that he's a very loyal person. And those are the things that have kept us. I remember when I had my accident in university, terrible, terrible accident. Doctor said I couldn't walk again. And I had a fracture, my spine, but I had to go back to university to write exams. So my second year exams, I wrote it at the Legon Hospital. And he was a person who was caring for me because I had a big, big sore on my left foot. And it means that it had to be treated. Every morning he will come to my room. It's not like those, it's not like now where you have thousands of people in the room. I had a room to myself.
Okay.
And he will come there, he will attend to me, and then he will feed me. I think those kind of selfless service and kindness to a fellow human being really leaves an indelible mark on the person. And for me, that is told our story.
Okay.
There are things that I've done in reciprocity, and his sister was referring to those ones. But I think we are very similar background. And clearly, the reason why we are the longest, going bosom friends is because we have similar views and on many, many things. Yeah.
All right. Dr. Poku had the opportunity to say something about his bosom friend, and that's what he said.
Happy birthday to a wonderful brother, Bernard Nana.
Bernard has been my best friend and brother for 35 years. It started somewhere in 1987, 88. And I recall that we used to buy shirts from my sister's shop and trek the whole of Accra to sell them. And in the evening, we would buy shitolo and take it home to enjoy it together. This was amazing. I mean, every time these guys would come home to eat together. So one day, Dad called me early morning and said, Mackenzie, we admire you and your Bernard's friendship. You have been great friends. You have to stay united and live together, and you go places. In fact, I was impressed and humbled. So I got to know that we're not doing wrong things, but we're rather working hard to stay united. Fast forward, we continued the way we knew our friendship to grow. After school, we passed ways to, he went to the legal profession. I was doing my job as an economist. He's become a very great lawyer, very admirable lawyer. In the UK, everybody talks about Uncle Bernard. And that makes me very happy because he is committed to what he does. He solves people's problems. And a lot of people admire him. I have heard him and people say good things about him. And that is what makes me very happy. He's a great lawyer. On the family side, Bernard has been there for the family, for his mother, for his late dad, his wife and children, and the extended family. Everybody will call him Uncle Bernard. And others will say, Branana. And that is the man Bernard, who is so admirable. He has been there for my family and for myself. I recall sometime in 2022, when life became very tough for me, he was there. He spent about 3 weeks with me to make sure I was I was holding things together. Bernard is a great guy. That's all I want to say. And on this occasion, I wish him so well. We love him. My family loves him so much because he's a good man. And on this
Well, you could see that Dr. Puku was getting emotional at the end of it. That's the love he has for his bosom friend and brother. And you should see the two of them working together. Akmen, do you realize there's some resemblance?
Well, after I think almost 40 years together, that's bound to that's bound to happen. Yeah.
Well, he was so excited when I decided to speak to him about you, and if I didn't stop him, he would have gone on for 15 minutes. But I actually said to him, I need a minute, and he did 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
So you can imagine what else he had to say. The impact Mr. Bernard Owusu's had on the community is big. Professionally, he has trained several lawyers in the UK, back in Ghana. There was a point in time when somebody came to learn under him who was older than him in age, and this person, if I'm not mistaken, could be about 60, 65, 70 years old, came to learn under him. But then you ask yourself, the people who learn under him, what is it that they take away into their lives and to the community? One person who is so eager to learn and continue to learn under him is Lawyer Charles Asma. Lawyer Asma, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Brakoku. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
This is a day we're celebrating our boss.
Indeed.
I am more privileged than everybody else who's been working with him because I am his younger brother. I have the privilege of bearing his surname as well as Owusu. Tell me, what have you learned and want to continue to learn from Uncle Ben?
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to share in the joy of Uncle Ben, our mentor, the principal, and the boss. Um, Before working with Uncle Ben, I had met him in social circles. I wasn't very close, but I saw him as somebody who is revered within the community because of how he contributed at those such social gatherings. So in August 2020, I came to work directly under him and with him in his firm, BWF Solicitors. And that is when I actually came to know him closely and learned so much. One thing I will say about Uncle Ben is that when he put his mind to something, he gets it up to the end. He's not one person that he will start and stop. And sometimes he will always say, once you want to do it, make sure it's done. And not just done, but done perfect,
Done very well.
well, properly. And that is a hallmark of somebody who um, aims to aims to succeed, not just succeeding, but making sure that it is something that stands out. And that is something I have picked out or up. He will always say that make sure you plan it out and make sure that it is within the rules. Of course, we are lawyers. He's a lawyer. He's trained so many of us. But there's one thing he will say that the law is there for others and us. But again, when the law catches up with you, you have no escape. And make sure everything you do it within the law. And so he's very meticulous, he's on point and everything. And there's no way you can say that, oh, wow, this is a slipped or this is that. He's always and everything is on point in terms of paperwork and in terms of bit by bit ticking the box. And sometimes I sit back and say, wow, this man really, there's nothing to take away. And in terms of knowledge, I've learned so much. Most of and sometimes I see myself mimicking some of his, especially when you say, okay, tell me, once he's trying, let's say you have to prove a point, or he's asking you to confirm something. He will say, okay, so this is what the law says. You have to what do you say? Is this or is this that? And these days, I've realized that when I'm talking to clients are trying to place myself. Okay, so what do you say? This is what the law says. You said this, and it's something that comes with learning under somebody and knowing how the person carries out his activities. But there's one thing actually that I've come to also picked up is that he will always make sure that those who need help are supported, empathized with, and always making sure that those who are in any dire situation or any dire need are able to get out of it, if it means using the law to support those people. But he's also a very good disciplinarian. He will make sure that you have to do what you have to do, and he will make sure that everything is done within the rules and the provisions or the policies or the programs. And it is something that you can never take away from him. And that is what I suppose has brought him this far. Um, Practicing law for more than 30 years, not many people achieve this feat. And those of us who have just started, sometimes you ask yourself, wow, this is not so easy. But he makes it look so simple, easy, and straightforward. And on this occasion of his 60th birthday, I joined the many others who have benefited from his tutelage, his support, and counseling to wish him well. I know the next 10 years is going to be amazing. People will look back and say, wow, Uncle.
Charles, this man says that he's retiring early. So,
Wow. But see, one thing.
I guess I am right. You're retiring early, aren't you?
Well, that's what I said actually. But as I keep saying, when you hang your boots, there's still the training exercise for you to do. So we'll still see.
All right. Well, Charles,
But
thank you very much for joining us. But interestingly, if I asked you to give me 5 interesting facts about your boss, what would they be?
Right. Interesting fact about Uncle Ben. I would say one, he's very committed. Very, very committed. He started, ends it. He's not one person who give up at a point. He will always end it. The next thing about him is that he's very down to earth, and he will do the things that ordinary people must be doing. I mean, it doesn't really matter washing, whatever it is. I mean, sometimes you see him doing something. So wow, this is a big man doing something, and you have no option. That's can you stop and let us do it? But even that, you say, please, no, let me do it, because if it must be done, it doesn't really matter who has to do it. And it is a trait that anybody will want to pick. It doesn't matter how far you get to in life. The basic things are that you are first a human being. Humility and being down to earth is something that ought to be part of us all the time. And that is one fact about him. The next fact about him is that he will learn, keep it, and use it. I mean, he learns every day. He reads every day. There's one time we were dealing with a particular matter, so there was a decision from court. So I went to his office to show him, and it was about 40 pages, but he read it within 3 minutes. I was asking myself, wow, how did he do it? Because this would take me some time. But after that, he will tell you, okay, this, we are going this way. And so very knowledgeable, professor of law. Sometimes I refer to him as such, and he knows so much about the law. So the knowledge is something you cannot take away from him, and it is the knowledge that he has used.
So you're giving me 3 now.
Come again?
You have given me 3 now. I need 2 more.
Yeah. So the next one is that he's very, very prim and proper. Prim and proper means if he's wearing, well, in terms of clothing, you can see that it is the top of it. Food, everything is on point, and he doesn't go for the normal stuff. You know that yes, if it must be done, it must be done well. One fact about him is that, and if we are going to, and this is to the public, if you are going, and it's very difficult for people like that to even gift them things because you really know whether you can match the taste and the preference. But this is very, very prim and proper. And the last one is that he's a family man and God-fearing person. He cares about humanity. He cares about human beings and making sure that what he has, others benefit from that as well.
All right. Thank you very much, Charles. And to you who are with us, we're live on BWTV at BWF Solicitors on Facebook, BWF Solicitors YouTube, and at BWF Solicitors, both Facebook and YouTube, on TV as well, or BWTV, I should say. If you have any fun facts about Uncle Ben that you would want to share with us, put them in the comment section down below, or send us a text or WhatsApp on 07399 208468. I have mine put together, and when I have shown you that, I'll find out from him if those facts were correct according to me. So let's see these 5 fun facts about Uncle Ben.
5 fun facts about Uncle Ben. 1. Favorite food. Uncle Ben's top dish? Jollof rice with Watsa stew, a Ghanaian classic done right. 2. Hobbies. From the courtroom to the gym, Uncle Ben never skips leg day. 3. Playtime with grandchild. When he's not leading BWF, he's the world's coolest grandpa. Playtime is serious business. 4. Travel with family. Work hard, travel harder. Uncle Ben's favorite memories are made on family adventures. 5. Church life. More than a solicitor, a man of faith. Uncle Ben is a dedicated Christian and proudly serves on the ICGC King's Temple UK Council. Which fact surprised you the most? Comment below.
Yes, we're celebrating this man who turned 60 on the 13th of April, 2025. So, which one surprised you the most? Let me go back to him and ask, did I get it right, Uncle Ben?
Well, yes, they are right. I mean, my favorite food, I like, of course, jollof is there. But also, others will tell you I like fried yam chips or fried cassava because that's healthier than yam. And, grilled, not fried fish or meat. That's number 1. Number 2, again, that's right. Family for me is everything. Quite clearly, without family, I wouldn't be where I am. My wife, my children, my siblings, those are very key. And the icing on the cake, my granddaughter, she's a person that makes me, I can smile all day just looking at her. She's fun to be with. And the other things you've mentioned, gym, workout, it's, unfortunately, every family has their traits. All my uncles died before their 60th birthday, all of them. So it's quite tough. So, and, there are a lot of things I took from my mom's side and some I took from my dad's side. So I know which ones I took from my mom's side. And that's why health is very important to me. My dad is very health conscious as well in what he eats. And, some of us are not blessed with the selection that we make. So we have to work out in the gym. And I also like traveling. Of course, COVID put a wedge in everything. But again, I really like, I can travel all the time. And people say, don't you get jet lag? And then my kids will be confused. But you're getting old. Stop traveling. You're traveling too much. Yes, I love traveling. Yeah. Right. So they are right.
Well, and the spiritual aspect, I also picked up. I spoke to your pastor.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and I'll be showing that. Well, we're taking a quick break. This afternoon, we're celebrating Uncle Ben, who turns 60 this year. And we are privileged to be part of him, to be part of the things he does, and to be a part of the inspiration he provides the community. What do you think of him? What have you benefited from him? Let us know. Put them in the comment section down below and let us know. And this afternoon, he has a small, wonderful gift for those of you who have set up your own business and providing sponsorship for people to come to the UK to work. That's something you need to know, and that's his birthday gift for you. We'll be right back.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specialising in a range of legal services. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced law firm specialising in immigration and nationality, appeals and judicial review, dispute resolution, family and matrimonial, and other family law disputes with international context. These include matters such as private child arrangement orders, contestant and uncontested divorce, non-molestation for domestic violence, and financial remedy. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you at such a difficult time. Our advice is delivered in a confidential and sensitive manner. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner, with over 32 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stands for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity, inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance specific to your case. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Our team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with all your legal needs. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Our main office line is 0208 493 7340, or our emergency line is 07712 761 884.
With us on the Community on the Lawn. This afternoon, we are celebrating the man who has been the cornerstone of all we do on BWTV and in the firm BWF Solicitors. They're located on the 4th floor of the Anna House, 214 to 218, Tottenham High Road, Seven Sisters, North London, N15 4NP. They work Monday to Friday between 9:30 in the morning and 6 p.m. in the evening. You go to them and you present all your legal issues, and they will see through to a very good conclusion for you. They discuss the strategies and tell you this one will work, this one may not work, so we'll not pursue it this way, we'll go that way. This is a law firm that understands you. And back in the day, we're saying they speak your language. Yes, especially those our brothers and sisters in the Ghanaian community. Almost all the Ghanaian languages are spoken here. If you are outside of the Ghanaian community, if it's about English, French, and if we have to get a translator to help you with that, they will do that. They come down to your level to make sure that you succeed. And everything you give them is worth your money because they put value to that. BWF Solicitors has been in existence for over 32 years. In fact, this year, August 2025, there will be 33 years. This is an organization you can trust. And the person we're celebrating is the person that dreamt it, put it in place, and he develops the business every time. I told you this afternoon he's going to give you a gift, especially those who have opened organizations or companies that offer sponsorship. He terms it prevention is better than cure. How are you going to avoid suspension and revocation of your sponsor license? You don't want to put so much money, so much effort into developing your business, and petty mistakes would lead to your license being revoked. So stay with us. Let's celebrate him and let's also learn from him and take advantage of the gift he's going to give us. Before we went on the break, I spoke to him and I said to Uncle Ben that I spoke to your pastor. And I know that he wouldn't want to hear what the pastor said. He's a member of the ICGC Council here in the UK. And Pastor Victor said this.
Hello, Mr. Wiso. It's Pastor Victor here. It is a privilege to join you in celebrating 60 years of God goodness upon your life. 60 years is a journey filled with countless memories, experiences, and achievements. As a member of Church Council, you have been incredible over the years, serving selflessly with humility and excellence. A man I've come to love, cherish, and know as a distinguished gentleman. On this great occasion, on behalf of ICGC, Kingston for UK, I wish you a happy 60th birthday. May the good Lord increase you. May the good Lord elevate you and expand you on every side. May the Lord continue to shine his face upon you and preserve your life. I bless you with good health, long life, and prosperity. Shalom, peace, and life to you. God bless you. Have a fantastic time. Bye-bye for now.
On behalf of my wife, Mrs. Beatrice Dunker, and myself, Reverend Edwin Dunker, together with our children, want to wish Mr. Bernard Owusu a happy birthday for the 60 years that God has given to him on earth. He's a member of the church, and we are grateful to God that he and his wife also are members of the house of God. Mr. Owusu and his wife came into the church, and he's been a brilliant representative of himself and of Christ. He's a very gentle person who mixes with everybody, who is quietly spoken, and who is known for his integrity. He's a man who has won many awards as a legal person, and he does great work among those seeking to rectify their papers and do a lot of social work. We are grateful to God that he added him to us. Mr. Owusu, we wish that God will bless you. God will grant you favor. God will protect your life, you together with your family, and that he will open the door into the future. He will make you a great representative of his kingdom, a great ambassador of Christ, and cause you to do many things with your life. I know that God will not fail you. And I want to say a happy 60th birthday anniversary to you. God bless you. Hand over to my wife.
And we all say a big congratulations and happy birthday again, Mr. Owusu. You've been like a family to this family, our family. Your sister, Angie, and all the children have become a part of us. And we thank you for bringing them into the church. When you came with them. We thank you so much. And we love you for being a part of us. May God bless you on this special day. May he increase the work of your hand. He's already established you. And may your feet be planted, not only in the work that you do, but also in the house of God, that through you, many, many people will come to know Christ. We love you so much and wish you the blessings of heaven, and every good thing that God has in store for you would come to reality. God bless you and happy birthday again. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Happy birthday to you, Uncle Ben. And I know for men of God to say such wonderful things about a man like that, then you know that he properly balances professional life, family life, and his dedication to God. Uncle Ben, how does it feel to be so balanced in all three aspects of life?
Well, I mean, first of all, I want to say thank you to my pastors, Reverend Edwin Donko and his wife, Mrs. Beatrice Donko. It's quite a surprise that they found time to do this, and I don't take it lightly. I'm very, very grateful. And also to my friend, Pastor Victor Anderson, who's found time to wish me a happy birthday. Kweku, my life story, it's a miracle. And I always say, I wish my dad were here. He would have sent a video. And, so there are things in my life that I don't discuss. There are many things that are very private to me because, if it hadn't been God's intervention, I wouldn't be here. I really wouldn't be here. But I'm here because of God. And there are things that I do in my private time, and I'm very, very close to my religion, which is Christianity, and it's what dictates most of the things that I do. I wish it would dictate all the things that I do, but most of the things that I do, and I'm very grateful that God has found it well for, to obviously allow me to share this passion that I have with the community and enable me to achieve the things that I have achieved in my life so far. And I'm very grateful. Yeah.
60 years of the life of this wonderful man. And I believe that if I gave you the chance to say one thing about him, you will go on and on and on and on. You were here when Lawyer Charles Asma gave that testimonial and spoke about 5 of the things he's learned from him and five of the fun facts about him and the rest of it. When you come to the offices of BWF Solicitors, you realize that it's a family. And from the very first point of call, as a reception, to the various offices, case workers, lawyers, partners here and there, you will feel the sense of family here. And they are wonderful. They are wonderful. We'll be looking at that. But outside, and people who have had the benefit of the services of BWF solicitors also have things they have written on social media and on the internet and all the other bits about the firm. Nana A says, I walked to the office of BWF solicitors to discuss my application that has been refused over 3 years with lawyer Frank Anno. He advised me and made everything seem so easy and simple. A few moments later, he calls me to say my application has been successful. I commend lawyer Frank Anno to anyone who needs immigration support. He's a man of the Lord. Thank you so very much, Frank. I'm so happy. Nana says so. And over the past weeks, we have been giving you some of the things that people write about BWF solicitors on Google, on their website, www.bwfsolicitors.com, and also on the social media platforms. We talk about Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn, TikTok, and all the other ones, Instagram as well. Thank you very much, those of you who have had time to do that. And please, let's keep it going because we enjoy and have a lot of benefit from BWF solicitors. Well, let's get into our discussion this afternoon. And every Monday, they drop this in the social media space. And it's something that helps us to understand certain things, certain updates that have come, and things that we need to really know. This one for this week, I'll call it the birthday one. If an agent makes a false representation in your application, even without your knowledge, your application may be refused or the visa cancelled. Using false documents in an immigration application, whether by an agent or the applicant, is a serious offense that can lead to visa refusal and a ban from entering the UK. Always, always ask the lawyer to share the draft application before submitting it. This is based on paragraph 9.7.1 of the immigration rules. Uncle Ben, timely advice. Always, always, always ask the lawyer to share the draft application before the submission is done. You are giving us something about false representation and how serious is it? Throw a bit more light on it for us, please.
Yes, quite cool. So we have part 9 of the immigration rules, which covers what we call the conduct issues and suitability. As you will be aware, Home Office have shifted their focus to behaviors, so that because of their community, they want to protect their community. So there are certain things that they don't expect you to do. For example, they don't expect you to lie to them. They don't expect you to provide false documents to them. And they also don't expect you to misrepresent facts to them. And therefore, when you look at part 9, the focal point that we want to look at is what is impacting the community and what are the trends. Because when we treat a topic, it means we've seen a trend. So we see the trends and then we want to either stem it, ameliorate it, or if we can, you need to provide a mitigating circumstance so that when people are aware, they understand what is required of them, they can always deal with it. The issue, as I've highlighted, now the focus is on the skilled worker visas.
Okay.
And as you will see from the test your knowledge of the week, every single week, not one, not two, not three, many people call or visit us. And the issue is that an agent has added someone to my application, provided a false marriage certificate, added someone's children, and provided a false birth certificate. Now, every document you provide in support of your application, just understand that they will be checked. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, it might not be next year, but once you're living in the UK, it will be checked. So you find that many people go to people who are otherwise representatives, so they are not lawyers. And by lawyer, if I call someone a lawyer, it means the person has gone to law school and qualified and has been admitted either as a barrister, a solicitor, or in Ghana, a barrister or a legal representative, or somebody who has been approved by the OISC, which is the Office of the Immigration Service. It's critical that when we are instructing people, we instruct people who are regulated. That way they will not embellish. They will save you from providing false documents. And in many, many instances, if you read over the application, you will realize that the words there are your words, and therefore, if they are true, that it will be accepted as true. Yes.
Right. So yeah, the advice is that speak to people who know what they're doing, who are regulated, and as Uncle Ben said, ask them to let you see the draft, agree with it, so it becomes yours. Because then the ultimate responsibility will be you, not the person who may have put the application in for you. So be aware. He mentioned that test your knowledge. So I will ask you to look at the scenario. Then when we come back later in the program, I'll ask you to give me the possible correct answer. Amelia arrived in the UK as a skilled worker in 2023 using an agent to submit her application. In 2025, she applied for her husband and 2 children to join her, but the applications were refused. The Home Office denied the application because the agent had fraudulently included a different husband, in quote, in Amelia's application, whose visa was approved in 2023. Amelia claims she knows nothing about this other man and believes the agent fraudulently added him to her application without her knowledge. The lessons learned from this situation are as follows. The Home Office is not sympathetic to applicants in such cases. 2, applicants must always be truthful in their applications. And 3, applicants should use reputable lawyers and request to review the draft applications before submission. So which one would you say is the right lesson to have been learnt from Amele's situation, who arrived in the UK as a skilled worker in 2023, used an agent to submit her application. In 2025, that's 2 years after that, she applied for a husband and 2 children to join her, but their applications were refused. Why? Because the Home Office said the agent had fraudulently included a different husband in the application, whose visa was approved in 2023. Amele claims, well, she knows nothing about this other man, supposed husband, and believes the agent fraudulently added him to her application without her knowledge. Which will be the best lesson? One, the Home Office is not sympathetic. Two, applicants must always be truthful in the applications. Or three, applicants should use reputable lawyers and request to review their draft applications before submission. Lea, Uncle Ben is here. And as I said, as part of his birthday, he is pointing at something that you can do or can avoid so that your sponsorship license is not revoked. I'll show you what our social media handles are, and when we come back, we'll delve into that discussion. But remember, we're still celebrating this man, very wonderful man in our lives. He turned 60 this year, and whatever message you have, please put them in the comment section down below or send them to our text message line 07399208468. And we'll also hear what others have said about him. There's more. Don't go away. Well, we're live and we're live on your platforms as well. So those of you who have joined us, announce your presence and let us know you are here. Keep your comments coming through. If you have a question you want to put to Uncle Ben, if you want to wish him happy birthday, you are allowed to do that. But this afternoon, we're looking at what we say or call prevention is better than cure. In the fun world, somebody would say provision is better than cures. In any case, we're looking at how to avoid suspension and revocation of your sponsor license. And Ankabella said earlier on that anything that is brought on this program, it means that people will have to take note of that, or it's become a pattern that's affecting the community, and we need to look at that. Sponsorship license. Maybe as definitional thing, we'll ask what it is and why is it that people are having theirs suspended or revoked. Agben.
Well, so as most of you will know, about 3 years ago, the Home Office expanded the sponsor license to cover care, social care, health care for care workers and also senior care workers, which means that the spectrum of people who can come here from non-educated people to educated people. Because in the care industry, you can have people who have no skills at all. All they need to do is that they are healthy. They can do the basic health things in their job description. So to do that, you need a license, and the license part is given by the Home Office. And just remember that the Home Office has ceded part of their duty to an individual, a business, and because they've done that, you will see that they are very, very particular about you doing the things that they've asked you to do. Because that's a contract. You want to be able to bring people to work so that your business can flourish. They also want you to comply with their requirement. Not a difficult thing to do. Unfortunately, there has been issues, and I would say in some of the cases there has been abuse. And that's very typical of us, of our community. Because, Kweku, if you remember, about 3 years ago, I did one on a Saturday like this. That this is very good for the community, but we should look after it. And unfortunately, it looks like many people did not look after it. This week, they've published the net migration. Care. It's gone from 350,000 a year to how many? Tell me.
Does seem over 1.8 million?
No.
It's gone down.
Yes. So the people who came here on the
yeah.
care route.
I remember one of the programs we had the fact that
Yes.
numbers were going down.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the people who came on the care route last year, just before they introduced the changes, including the independents, were about 350,000. Now it's about 38,000. In fact, it's gone down by 82%.
Why is it because they are asking people to go away, or they are not allowing people to come in?
Okay. So what's happening is that they've cranked up on compliance. So they're taking businesses out. And I think it's a good thing that the businesses who are not compliant are taken out. There are many good compliant care businesses. And I'm proud to say a lot of them are community members. Nigerians, Ghanaians, West Indians, Indians, Bangladeshis, a lot of them. And today's program, my focus is on them to help them to survive what has become a very, very difficult area for them. Because their first primary job is not law. Their primary job is to look after vulnerable elderly people, make sure that they comply with their CQC requirement. If it's a social, local council compliance authority grant, they comply with that, making sure that people are receiving the care that they need. So they are not lawyers. And some of the things that are clearly part of their duties is law. And if they are not lawyers and they have to comply with law, they always need assistance. And I'm very proud to say one of the businesses that I help, I mean, they've been on this program before. We started with one. This week, he's bought another business for 3.5 million, right? So he started with a turnover of about 1.2. As of last year, his turnover was about 7.5 million. Now, we're potentially looking about 10 million a year. This man's business has just climbed and climbed and thrived because he understands that this area is a lawyer's job. So he ceded that area to a lawyer. Well, if you want to run your care business and then do agency work and do your legal work, you still need to understand that there are certain things that you need to know. And that is why we have put this there to support the businesses who are compliant with the law, those who have issues, so that we can point them to the right direction. It's not a very difficult compliance regime, but you need to do the very basics first so that you can build on it. Because when you start building on the sand or soft foundation, it means that the whole structure has no foundation and it will collapse.
All right. So, in the context of what's happening, why are people getting their licenses suspended or revoked?
The reason why people are getting their licenses suspended, I sent you something. I don't know whether you can show it. It's because they're not complying with the 5 duties.
Okay.
And the 5 duties, I've always used my fingers as the 5 duties. And yes, so when you pause here, you can see that this is the latest version. It's April 2025. The title is Workers and Temporary Workers Guidance for Sponsors, Part 3. And it says Sponsor Duties and Compliance. Ada, let's go to 3.1. Go down. C1. Stop there. Stop there. Yeah. So let's go up slightly. Yeah, okay. So as you can see, there's been changes that came in December, and there's changes that came in last month. So that's there. That is what changed a lot of this. So let's go to 3.1. Okay. Now, as you can see, 3.1 sorry, C1 is for your duties. But let's go to C3.1. Let's go up slightly. Guiding principle. Now, so when you read here, it says sponsorship is a privilege, not a right. Now, that should tell you a lot of things. It should tell you that you're not your own person. Okay, somebody has graciously granted you something to work on their behalf.
That's right, yeah.
The sponsorship system reflects that those who benefit directly from migration and its employers, students are in there, should play their part in ensuring that the immigration system is not abused. So when you ask me, why are people losing their license? It's because they are abusing the system. So that is one. And the second part is that significant trust is placed in sponsors, and they must ensure they comply with the immigration law and the wider UK law. So the next issue is that they are not complying with the immigration laws or the wider UK law. Now, you go on and you say 1.4, to achieve these aims, all licensed sponsors must fulfill certain duties. Some of these duties apply to all sponsors, whilst others are specific to those licenses under certain categories. And you can see that from 1.5, it is there. The objective of these duties, so that duties have an objective. And if I were somebody who was benefiting from this area, because the benefit you get is that you have trustworthy, loyal, dedicated people who will stay with you for 5 years. That's guaranteed. We know the income is not good. I mean, 11 pounds an hour, 12 pounds, 13, 15 pounds an hour. We know it's not the best out there. But you will have competent people that you've invested in who will stay with you for 5 years. Let's see, 1.5. The objective of these duties include, but not limited to, preventing abuse of immigration laws and sponsoring arrangements. 2, capturing early any patterns of behavior that may cause concern. 3, addressing possible weakness in processes which can cause those patterns. 4, monitoring compliance with the immigration rules, all parts of the worker and temporary worker guidance and wider law, ensuring sponsors do not behave in a way that is detrimental to the wider public good. It's simple. Very simple. So Ada, you can take it off. Now, I say it's simple because if you understand this basic principle, that getting a sponsor license is a privilege. And when we say privilege, just like a Christian say, it is a privilege that I've been blessed by God. It's not your right. Or it's a privilege that you've come to me. It's not your right that a person comes to you. And therefore, most of the things that the privileges give you also comes with duties. And the duties are 5. Very simple. I'll go through quickly under 5 minutes. The first one is your record-keeping duty. The second one is your reporting duty. The third one is respecting the immigration rules. The fourth one is respecting the wider UK laws. And then the fifth one is making sure that your conduct is not in conflict with public good. Very simple. Somebody will say, lawyer, what are the issues that causes problem in reporting duty? So for example, most people do not know, and these are people who have licenses. They do not know that if you apply for a visa for someone, and on the COS, you said they will start in March, and the visa has not been granted in April, you have to report. It's a reporting duty. Because if somebody doesn't come to work for 10 working days without your permission, on the 10th working day after, so that will be 20 working days, you have to report. If somebody takes off with your permission for 28 days, you have to report. If you reduce someone's income, you have to report. If you increase, you don't have to. There are exemptions: maternity, paternity, family leave. Now we know that stillbirth or neonatal holiday. So those ones are exempt, you have to report them. But the record-keeping duty also starts from the day that you got your license.
Mhm.
So when you advertise, you have to keep a copy. And it's there. If we are going down in this route, you will see. So I tell my clients, advertise on social media so that it's very easy to capture. We know Facebook is now deleting videos, so make sure that you keep it in a digital form and you save it in a folder. Once you've advertised, people will apply. What mode did they use to apply? They sent you an email or an application or an online electronic form. Keep a copy. Once they've applied, something will take place, which will be a selection process. It may be some were selected for interview, others were not. Keep all of them in a pool. Those who were selected for the interview questions, did you keep a copy? Okay. Those who you employed and gave offer, they would have come to the interview. Possibly you would have done another test. It might be an aptitude test or whatever. You've kept a copy. Now, before the person comes, you know that you have to do their DBS and everything. When the person arrives in the UK, they cannot start working for you immediately because it's they're going to look after vulnerable people. They have to do their DBS. The DBS will take anything from a few weeks to a couple of months. So we know that the date you've put in your COS, they're not going to start. Most people don't know that you have to report. You have to report that this person was supposed to start or they've come to
the UK, but they
we're
can't
waiting
start
because
because we haven't finished the check.
DBS.
Okay.
We're waiting for their DBS because they've told you the respect of the UK laws also include you doing DBS. So DBS for your own business survivor is also mandatory for the people that you look after. You need to have a DBS on the worker who is going to go into people's homes or whatever. So without that, they can't start. The other thing that people don't realize is if somebody comes to you and you don't have job for them, you need to report. I know that people will say, well, if I report, it means that I have to stop sponsoring them. But that's a risk you take. You either report and you stop sponsoring them, or you don't report and they come and they find out and then they take your license. Now, the people will say, how do they find this? So when they come, before they come, they will tell you we're coming. These are the documents we need. So they will warn you. Plenty of time.
Okay.
There are people that we have done mock compliance with, and it's allowed. And we've shown them where they are the questions they're going to ask them. There are some we've offered compliance or they didn't take up, but the people came, and the very things that we would have taught them were the very things they got wrong. For example, you cannot sponsor someone and give them only 20 hours of work. That is a breach. So that means the person is not working. It's a reportable breach, and it means that you haven't got a job or the job is not genuine and you don't have to sponsor the person. So these are some of the areas that catches our people. The other thing that people don't know is when you got someone here who is switching, people don't understand that you have to do the right to work check. And when you've done the right to work check, you have to keep it in an electronic form or in a folder. Because when they come, they will ask for it. And when they ask for it and you can't provide it, it's one of the areas that they can use because that's a breach of the immigration rules.
Let me just ask this quickly, so you hold your thoughts. The right to work check, is it the known share code we are talking about?
Yes. So most people have moved from the paper visa. So anyone who is moved from the paper visa, that person has an electronic visa. So for them to share their electronic visa, they need to generate a code. And that code is called a share code.
Share code. Okay.
So it's very easy. Now, and that's why we talk about e-visa, electronic visa. Now, if somebody has a paper visa, and maybe they've got a right of abode because they're a British citizen, the Home Office has a way of you checking it. It's called the Employer Check-in Service. It's an online forms that your employer will complete, send the details of the paper visa to them. Home Office will come back with confirmation that yes, indeed, this person can work for you. What I've seen, and it's a shame, that people don't understand, for example, if somebody has applied for an EU settlement visa, they will give them a COS. The COS will say they can work. the right to work that they have is not the same as the leave to remain. Because for somebody to be sponsored by you, they need, not only do they have a right to work, they need to have leave to remain. So the right to work is there, but also the leave to remain, because you can do a right to work today. Their visa will expire next week. Your COS is issued after next week.
Yeah.
But you've got a right to work which says you can work.
Mm-hmm.
But when you issue the visa, he didn't have a leave to remain. Or somebody who is a student, he can work for 20 hours. If you want to employ that person, you can only employ them for 20 hours until their COS is issued. And these are some of the basic duties that is causing our community problems. And I keep saying that if you're serious about it, it's an area that is profitable in the sense that they give you 5 years of dedicated work. And through their sweat and blood, you can also make money. You can multiply the money that you're making. And sometimes also it's not also all about money, because the clients that I work for who listen to me, there's a difference between working for someone who doesn't listen and working for someone who listens to you. And the one that listens to me, they are a model for this care business, because I give them my service most often than not free of charge. Yes, we charge them for some of the things we do, but a quick advice, consultation on a Zoom, 30 minutes, 1 hour, we don't charge them, because I see that they are doing something big for the community. They've employed over 200-300 people since last 3 years, and they're buying more homes. And there's a new home they've just bought, which we're doing the sponsorship license for. And I'm very proud to say that they are very professional and dedicated people. And if everyone can emulate them, it will work for their community. As we speak, there are between 39 and 50,000 people whose sponsors have lost their license. They are looking for work. The Home Office has put a ban on direct recruitment from outside for the for the care route, until we have exhausted those people in the UK. My client understands, so his focus now is to also employ these people. I'm not going to put his name out there. If you go and find him, that's fine.
People will start frustrating you with that.
Yes.
But the question I want to find out is, now we're looking at what people can do to prevent some of these things happening. Complying with the laws and other things. Would you advise that from time to time people would do their mock compliance check before the actual one begins? I'm asking this because that may prompt them to certain things that may be failures on their part. Would you advise that?
Kweku, I'll advise anything that will make your business better. Anything. Because when we went to school, before we wrote O levels, we did mock exams. Some of the questions we did in mock exams actually came in an O level. Because when I did my O level English, the very questions I was asked in the mock exams are the same. BK, Bible knowledge, Mr. Gainey, he was an examiner, and his mock means that if you pass the mock, you will pass the exam. So the mock for me is important. The mock is not free. But you're a business. You're relying on migrants. And if the business is worthwhile to you and is providing income for you, then you should spend money on law. Lawyers are not free. As I keep saying, although we charge discounted rate for our community, somebody with the number of years that I have is a top rank. If you look at London, where we are London 3. London 3, my hourly rate is about 350 plus VAT. If you add VAT to 350, that is about 420 pounds per hour. That's not how much I charge any member of my community. But it's not free. So if you want to cut corners, you will have a problem. And the only time that a lawyer will see anything about your business is when you've received 16-page letter that you're a bad person, so they're going to take your license from you. Some have managed to save them. Others, they were not, the situation was so poor that I didn't even take on the case. So some of the things that I always tell businesses is, If the foundation is strong, it doesn't matter what wind blows. You can even invite them to blow an earthquake wind. It will not break the structure because the foundation is strong. And as a community, we must learn to invest in our business. So when you make 100,000, you don't put all in your pocket. Some of us who run businesses, sometimes we don't pay ourselves. This is something that people might not know, because you're self-employed. So your income goes up, comes down, goes up. When the day it goes up big, you pay yourself big. Yeah. When it comes down, you don't pay yourself. You look after your staff and pay your overheads. And that, for me, that is what every business person does. You can't say, I'm making all the money for myself. This lawyer is too expensive. I don't want to pay them. You've brought in 30, 40, 50, 60 people. And the very basic things that you don't know that you're not doing well, you don't want someone to teach you. And then you lose your license. And then all these people that you've brought in, they are now left without work. Kweku, some come to my office and they cry.
Obviously, they will.
And it's so sad that members of the community are going through some of this. It's sometimes, I feel so sorry for them. And that is why I've put in so much over the last few months to make sure that I educate them about what they should look out for, what they can see is a genuine COS, what is not, why they should ask questions about people who've offered them employment. And for those people who have a license, my advice to them is that it's not very difficult to survive. If my clients, not just a client, my clients are surviving and thriving, they're not only surviving, but they are thriving and they're buying more businesses in the millions, it means that you can also thrive. Because if we adapt that same attitude, get rich quick, collect a lot of money, forget about your duties, just spend the money and spend the money and spend the money. When it happens, people are going to curse you. And, there's a parable, say, there's nothing so bad about a scorned woman. In this case, about a scorned care worker. So let's be careful.
Well, I'll ask this final question, and it's about what do people normally fall short of when it comes to checking to make sure that the inspection they really do and show what is done? Is it about just reporting? Is it their finances? Is it the admin in the background? Or what? What normally is the area that people fall short of?
Well, some of the areas they know they fall short, and others they don't know because they've never been told and they haven't bothered to know. So, for example, if you brought someone here and you told them that they're coming to work for 37.5 hours, and you know you haven't got a job, you know they are not going to work for 37.5 hours. So it should come as no surprise when they come and they see that this person is not working for you, for them to say that you should have stopped sponsoring this person. And for that reason, because you didn't stop, we're going to revoke your line. That's my surprise. The other surprise that I would say that most people are not aware is a reporting duty. So for example, if somebody comes to the UK and they have to do a DBS check, they don't know that they have to report. They think that because they are here and they're doing the DBS check, they are not paying them. Some of them give them allowance, but they're not paying them. They don't know that they have to report. That I understand. And that I will fight any time to save your business. But if you know that you don't have the hours and you go to Ghana or you allow an agent to bring people in your name and you know that you don't have the hours, saying that the person knew that I don't have the hours doesn't solve the problem, because we saw why the Home Office do what they do. And if we have time, Adai, can we put it there and let's go to 1.3 and see exactly why the Home Office is doing what they do? Because most of the things they know, others they don't know. So when we look at the guiding principle, sponsorship is a privilege, not a right. The sponsorship system reflects that those who benefit directly from migration, which is employers, should play their part in ensuring that the immigration system is not abused. And that's it. And I take it up. And that is it. So if the immigration system is abused by bringing people in the UK when you know you don't have the hours or you cannot even pay them. Now the Home Office is tough. Now you will not get a license or more COS if you cannot show. I mean, my client, for example, earns millions. Sometimes when he's going for extra defined course, it's very, very tough. We need to write at least about 7, 8, 9-page letter to support the application. They will ask you for A, B, C, D because of the abuse in the system. And I think by and large, maybe by the end of this year, all the bad ones would have been taken out and it will be left with the good ones, and our people can breathe a sigh of relief. And then we will go on, and hopefully those people who are here who haven't got employers will also find employers, and then they will continue to thrive.
You're still with us live on the Community on the Law, and this afternoon we're looking at how to avoid suspension and revocation of your sponsorship license. And Uncle Ben is telling us that, listen, it is a privilege, not a right. So you must make sure that whoever you are bringing in will come in according to the law and not abuse the system. If you have any challenges, if you have any problems, if you don't know what to do and how to go about things, I'll recommend that you book an appointment and come and see BWF Solicitors, 214-218 Tottenham High Road, Seven Sisters, North London. You can call them on 0208 493 7340 0208 493 7340. I know you may have a question or two. You can put that in the comment section down below, or I'm activating the lines now 0208 493 7345. Remember, today we're celebrating the one and only Uncle Ben we have in our community. He turned 60, and this milestone is something we don't take for granted at all. There have been several things said about him. We've learned a lot about him. What you also have learned, you can share with us, or you can put in your question to us and we'll send it. And when at this moment, there's somebody who has joined us on the line. So let's see who we have here. Hello.
Hello. Hello,
Antobam. I knew it was going to be you. Join me to wish Uncle Ben happy birthday. Happy 60.
That's why I'm calling. Even today, I didn't have any important questions to ask. I've seen Uncle Ben at 60.
Yes.
But first, I would like to ask, when is the party coming on?
For some very good reason, this year I don't think we will have a party. Definitely, we will celebrate it before the end of the year, but this weekend, no. So no, don't worry. You see, when we're having the 30th anniversary, we brought everybody in, and it was a good time. We'll find time to celebrate 60 years. Don't worry.
Yes, just call in to wish Uncle Ben happy. I know it's tomorrow anyway.
Yes, it's the 13th. Yeah.
In advance, happy birthday to one and only Uncle Ben. He has helped us a lot, and may the I will say Jah Almighty, give him more years, so that we can get more advice from him. Happy birthday, Uncle Ben, in advance.
Oh, thank you, Antobam. Thank you. Absolutely thrilled that you called.
I have one question, Mr.
Yes.
Ramon. I have to ask the question.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
My question is about sole responsibility. But why is the Home Office asking people to go to the other parent, or if you have somebody who's taking care of your child, and then take a letter from the person, knowing that if you bring that letter, they're not going to give you the visa, but they are asking you to go and ask somebody to write a letter to support your application. And then at the end of the day, they will say, oh, if you have somebody, then you are not the sole responsibility of the child. We're not going to give you the visa. Is that right? I just want to know if it's okay for them to tell you to go and ask a third person for a letter, and then they will refuse your visa on that. That is all I want to ask. Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you, Kofi Antobam. Well, the issue is whether it's right. Of course, it's not right. A part of the immigration rules about children is to ensure that the welfare of children are protected and is protected, and also that children are not abused. So, for example, Ghana High Commission, if you're going to Ghana and you're going for a visa, both parents must sign the consent, or you have to show why the other parent is not signing. So in your case, if they ask for you to bring a letter from the other parent, just know that if the parent writes to say that he gives consent for the child to travel, it means that parent is still making decisions about the child, and the issue of sole responsibility becomes questionable. What I say is that you need to write to them and say that I give permission for my child. The father or the mother is not in his life or her life, and therefore we do not know how to obtain that consent, but you will give the consent, and that should be enough.
I think it's gone. So we'll move on to our next bit. We are moving to the segment where we'll pick your questions, your comments, and if there are any other bits you want to do to wish Uncle Ben happy birthday, we will accommodate that. I'm coming home now. So the workers here at BWF Solicitors did something very interesting. It was a bit of a challenge. Let me put it that way, Uncle Ben. The males wanted to send a message that is peculiar to them. The females wanted to send a message that was peculiar to them. So we had that sorted out. And are we ready for that? Yes. Let's see who would have won with a better message or a stronger message or something that would excite people. Let's see.
Have you heard the news?
I haven't.
You haven't?
Not at all.
You haven't seen the big design of the sixth floor experience?
Not really.
Have you?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
Tell you.
Yes, about the senior partner's 60th birthday.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You should have known. Anyway, it's a secret, but it's now in the open.
Okay.
All the good things that he's affecting the world with. Now he's on the sixth floor, and we are celebrating that big experience and a big moment. So, this is what we are here to tell you, to tell others, that it is the moment of Lawyer Bernard Owusu, the senior partner of BWF Solicitors. From a young age through teens, he had a dream, and the dream is fulfilled. Now he's 60 years, and he's celebrating this with family, friends, and everybody whose life he has affected. And please, join us to say
Happy 60th birthday, Mr. Owusu.
So this is what the men did. Let's hear the women. That was quick. Let's see how the women did.
Wishing you a happy 60th birthday, Mr. Owusu. We thank God for this milestone and how far He's brought you. We know that you have spearheaded BWF up until this point and have been an exemplary leader to us. We thank you for your leadership. We thank you for being a pioneer to BWF Solicitors, and we know that in the next 20 years, there will be so many other branches across the world. And we are asking for God to give you more grace, more energy, more strength to be able to continue in the work that you're doing.
Happy 60th birthday, Mr. Owusu. God bless you.
Well, I think probably I will ask you to judge. I won't judge it myself. But Uncle Ben, yes, that's what happened behind you in the office.
Yes, I'm trying to remember when they did it. I know one of the days I wasn't here. I think that was a Monday, but I'm not sure whether it was a Monday. But thank you very much. Really appreciate it. You know, these are the most dedicated, loyal staff that I have. We are family. You know, I see all of them as colleagues rather than employees. And it's key that in every business, you are firm because you want the business to comply with your regulation, but also that you respect people and bring them along with you. They vary in age from their 20s to their 50s. And, you know, I couldn't have asked for any better colleagues to work with than these. Yeah.
I have one person who is very meticulous and has a very nice way of getting social media material from Uncle Ben. Sheila Ankra has a message for Uncle Ben. And well, she did it from
60th birthday, Uncle Ben. Working with you has been truly a blessing. Your selfless dedication, not just to your clients, but to us who work with you, is something that truly inspires us. On the occasion of your 60th birthday, I wish you good health. I wish you long life and many more years of impact. God bless you.
Uncle Ben, you know that Sheila is the last person who will come in front of the camera. And for her to do this, it meant a lot to me, and I know it will mean a lot to you as well.
Well, it does. I mean, she's a live wire of our presence in the world. And, you know, she's very competent at what she does. She's a media person, a businesswoman, and we really love her to bits and really respect her. And we wish her all the best in what is ahead of her. And I know that, you know, she's got the best years ahead of her.
Right. So thank you very much, those of you who have done that. I'm going back to, I'll be picking your comments down there. Yes. One by far, hand pink waving. Women won by far. Okay. Oh, Doris, I know definitely that's where you're going to go to. Let's see who else has another answer for me. But I will be taking some messages from family members as well. I managed to catch up with some of the family members of Uncle Ben for the messages on her 60th birthday. But remember, it's the 13th of April. So I'm doing this because tomorrow I wouldn't have you to come for my live show. That's why I'm doing that. But whatever it is, I'm getting him 60 a day before 60. Let's see. Have you got any more messages on the platform? Let's pick them quickly before we go on to that. Isaac Ofiki, see, Uncle Ben, congratulations. Yes, it's in place and it's in order. Thank you very much. Happy birthday, Uncle. More grace and blessings. That's one from Doris. We have Herman Hesse. Happy blessed birthday, lawyer. Thank you very much, Herman. Erica Blasante, happy birthday to you. The next one from Millicent Yabua, glorious birthday to you, Uncle Ben. Cheers to greatness. God bless you. The next one here says, congratulations, Uncle Ben. Dorcas Aqua. So and sends that one. We have Helena. Good afternoon, Helena on YouTube. Good afternoon. Thank you, Uncle Ben, for your love and education for the community. God bless you all, as Uncle Ben's sister. Thank you very much. Let's see who else. Dorcas, yes, you are really best, Uncle Ben. May the Almighty God continue to bless you and protect you and your family. Thank you very much. Nana Jiman, please, what team does Uncle Ben support? It's Arsenal. It's Arsenal. It's Arsenal. You know, when Arsenal is playing and Uncle Ben is on the show, you should read his demeanor, because sometimes when they disappoint him, he's so upset that I'm the only one who can tease him. Nobody should try. But you know, last Wednesday, was it Wednesday or Tuesday? Tuesday. Arsenal played the best game in the season. Oh my days. I don't support them, but at least for that and those two free kicks, it was there. So Declan Rice. And I tell you one interesting story. I understand when they finished the game in their hotel, they were offered rice, and none of the Real Madrid players ate rice, because how can rice score to you and you offer us rice for dinner? Okay, Richard Ofori, happy birthday to Uncle Ben. You are blessed. Thank you, Richard. The next one here, Anita Japan, lawyer Uruku. I am not a lawyer, please, not yet. I know before the next 10 years, Uncle Ben will whip my backside for me to be a lawyer. But for now, I'm doing my media work. You should have contacted me. You didn't do well at all. He's blessed, power, and untouchable. Anita, it's not too late. We're celebrating him the whole of the year, 2025. So send it over and we will put it across. Uncle Ben helps my colleagues at work to bring her 3 children to the UK with a 2.5 years visa. My friend divorced too. He helps her to sort it out. And my sister too, to bring her husband from EU country to join her in the UK. Najima, yes, obviously. This is one of the many testimonies that we'll be having. Uncle Ben, well done. Congratulations as well. Alexa says, happy, blessed, and glorious birthday, Uncle Ben. May the raise his hands on you every aspect of your life and order your steps according to his will. Okay, one more, then we'll go to the videos. Samuel Evans Ota. Uncle Ben is committed to his profession, competence, humble, respect for mankind, integrity, honesty, God-fearing advocate for the vulnerable in the society, a proud Ghanaian and a responsible family man. May the good Lord continue to bless him with long life and good health, happiness, peace, and prosperity. Behind every successful man is an ideal and God-fearing woman. Thumbs up to such a wonderful woman watching from Birmingham. Samuel, you should see Auntie Aji and Uncle Ben. They love each other like crazy. And yes, definitely, that is the pillar behind him as well. Now, I'm entering into the family, and I have siblings and children with these messages. Let's not in no particular order. Let's pick them one after the other at least.
Hi.
Happy birthday to a wonderful brother, Bernard Nana Owusu, aka Beniwela. We thank God for such an amazing milestone. You have always been in my corner, and for that I will be forever grateful. Have a wonderful celebration, and may God continually shine His light on your path. Have a great day, brother, and enjoy your birthday. Happy birthday.
Hi. Happy birthday, Branana. So glad to be able to do this video. And as a matter of fact, just starting this video brought me back many years ago to around the early 90s when you first left Ghana to go to the UK. And I remember me being around 13 or 14 years old, and I will send you a voice message using a cassette. All you young ones out there, go look it up, what a cassette is. That's how I used to send my brother message. And I would send him a long list of things to send me, like shoes, jeans, shirts. And I couldn't even think of enough things to request from him. And thinking about it, we've come really far, even with technology. Today, I can sit right here in my living room, make a video message for this amazing birthday. And I look at that, and God has also brought us as a family really, really far. Okay, big bro, I want to thank you immensely for such an incredible life you've lived. And I also want to thank you for being an amazing role model for not only this family, but many people out there. And it's really evident for everyone to see. So big bro, we're proud of you. We thank you for being such a leader for this family. We give God all the glory, and may He bless you, continue to bless you, and lift you up, and remove any and all obstacles that will be in your way. We give God the glory. May you enjoy your day to the fullest. Have an amazing birthday. Enjoy your day. Salute, big boss. Happy birthday.
Hello, Ben. Oh, big bro, this is your special day. And I want to take this moment to wish you happy birthday. I know this is not a normal time for us, but Dad will not have it any other way. So sit back, relax, and get pampered. You are an amazing brother. You are a great father, a husband,
a son, a friend that anybody will wish for. Enjoy your special day. Love. Mwah, 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 mwah. Happy birthday.
Lawyer Ben, Mr. Owusu, or my dad, as I know him as, happy 60th birthday. Wishing you well wishes, wishing you more years, a long life, prosperity, more success in your old age, even though you've overcome a lot already. I just hope that this day brings you joy and is everything that you would have expected your 60th birthday to be. Happy birthday, Dad. Love, Brandon.
Hello, Daddy. Just wanted to wish you the happiest 60th birthday. Thank you for everything that you've done for me. You're my role model, you're my rock, and I hope you have the best day.
Hi.
Oh,
okay. We're done this. All right. So that's inside the family. You see the love. You see how he is admired. Listen, let's learn from him. We are human. We can't be perfect 100%, but impact the community, and then you will be celebrated. For Uncle Ben, if I am to tell my part of the story, we won't end the show. But Uncle Ben, thank you for being you. Thank you for being my big brother. And thank you for the love, guidance, and the advice all the time. There are better times ahead. And you know, that invitation to the house is still pending. It will happen this year. You understand what I'm talking about. Uncle Ben, I have Namayeti, who sent in a message. So I'm going to play it from my phone. So let's see how I'm going to do it. Okay.
Happy birthday, Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben, mwene gbine ni oyo, ufomo gbine. Mishi ke mish solimoji ake. Chofele ukleje mau atana anyumo. E jobo. Eha oyami afe jomo, eha obami afe jomo. Eha ni mno, ke mishi ateke bo umma. Koni no fia no ke alohe fia ni o no hiye. Mem ni babo se na ba na boy. Amena ke lele jomo bi ni ba ne. Uncle Ben, nyuma jobo. May akpe ni ota amewalahi. One way or the other. Oha jomo ko eni na meke. Oha meishe ko eba medanke. Oha hijole ko eni na me. Amefe ameke meishe ke trijno. Mene gbinem wishable all the very best. Aka the years ahead of you, eba fe more beautiful. Fe nonipo oyo mene. Yuma jobo. Happy birthday.
That's my colleague and co-presenter Na Mayete, who has sent hers in Ghana. Now, listen, between 2 and 5 p.m. tomorrow in the afternoon, the Mayete show is live on YouTube and Facebook on her page. And from time to time, you hear Uncle Ben on the show speaking Ga very well, fluently, and also articulating all the things that need to be done. So now, thank you so very much. Now, the biggest surprise of the day, Uncle Ben, will be somebody you would least expect to speak and also come in front of the camera. Padma Dodu is an aesthetic and designer, and he does most of our flyers. Do we have his video on there? Okay, no, I think I'll play it from here. And there's one that I still struggling to download. Uncle Ben has a very beautiful daughter in Ghana, and I know she will kill me because I can't download her video at the moment. But be rest assured, as I said, we'll be celebrating Uncle Ben all throughout the rest of 2025. So we will be. It's ready. Okay. let's see if we can bring Padmo on.
Happy 60th birthday, Uncle Ben. Thank you for being an amazing boss. Working with you has been a blessing. Thank you for your guidance and everything. May God bless you and make this day be a blessed day upon your life too. In Jesus' name, amen.
Well. I'm in trouble because now the videos keep coming. Okay, I think let me do this because as for this one, I have to. This young man, if I don't, will not agree with me at all, at all. So producer, I'll try and see if I can do it on my phone. Help me do it. I beg you. Let's see what I can do. Okay. Okay. At all. So I have to do this. Let's see.
Day to my dad. He just turned 60 years old today. I hope today's filled with prosperity, blessings, joy, lots of laughter. I hope your new year comes with additional wisdom. You've been a role model for us all. Thank you so much for all you've done. God bless you.
Uncle Ben, now I think I have to take. I I know the man is filled with emotions, and that's him. His soft side is his empathy, sympathy, and care and love for everybody in the community. I've told this story before, and now that family has 4 children, so beautiful. But again, these are messages, some of them, because I know they keep coming. My phone, people are like, oh yeah, well, you've forgotten about me. You've forgotten about me. Then they keep sending it to my phone. But time and tide, they say waits for no man. But these are messages from the community, from the family, from church, clients, colleagues, here and there. What would you say?
Well, Kweku, I mean, at the beginning, I said I'm really humbled and also grateful to God for how far He's brought me. When I came to the UK in my 20s, I didn't envisage coming this far. All I wanted to do was to, improve my station in life, and by so doing, also impact other people with the things that I know that God wanted me to do. But here we are, 33 years later. I am here. I mean, I came to the UK way before then, but I was a student, so I had to go back to finish law school. And then I came back in 92. I'm humbled, I must say. The messages from family. As you know, I lost my dad last year. We buried him this year. There's still, he's an Ashanti, so his burial rite is not completed. There's still some to go in June, and then we do his 1 year in November. And that's why we're not having a party. We would have had a big party if Daddy were around. Of course, it's not. So, but life goes on, as my sister said, and Dad wouldn't have wanted it anyway. But Kweku, all I can say is that we are all animal creatures, and no one particular person is blessed with everything in life. So we complement each other. And that is why I surround myself with many people that I know complement my life, and I complement them. And through that, I've met many kind, beautiful, soul people, including yourself, who I see as my younger brother. We've come very far through work, and now we've become family members. My wife knows you very well. She will call upon you for certain things and stuff like that. But my advice, and maybe parting words to everyone before we finish today, is we are all living creatures. We were created by God in His own image. And that means each person has something special.
Right.
So the bickering and the backbiting and all, it's all part of life. But I say beyond that, there is something bigger than each person. We must be our neighbor's keeper. And life without a comforting companion is empty. It's empty because if you go home to the best apartments or mansions, if it's in Ghana, driving the nicest of cars, eating at the best restaurant, but when you go home, there's nobody to talk with, nobody to laugh with, and nobody to get angry at, then life is empty. That's why people form companionship with pets, cats, and dogs. But we are living creatures, and God has created us in His own image. So I think we should continue to be each other's keeper. And it's not ended yet. I've got many more years ahead of me. My prayer is to find a successor, somebody who can take this maybe to the next level. My vision is basically that I grow every single day. And I always look at tomorrow and the next day and the next day and see how I can impact my community. And I'm humbled that people have accepted that. And those people who have been touched by me, I thank you for being part of my legacy, but also part of my story. And those who've walked this journey with me, my family, those who've had the heart, because sometimes I can be the most difficult person to be with, as some of you can tell. But above all, the love is there and is shared amongst everyone. Let's love each other and continue to do what God has called us to do.
Need I say more? I want to, on behalf of everybody, congratulate Uncle Ben for achieving this feat. Yes, life has its own way of humbling us, lifting us up, making us feel great, and sometimes also coming to the level of everybody. Uncle Ben has had it all, but there's more years ahead of us. As I said, when we celebrated his 50th, I was counting down to 60th, and it's come so quick. Yes, I'm counting down to 70, and we'll be celebrating it in great style. So, on behalf of the family, on behalf of Mrs. Owusu, Auntie Aji, thank you very much for making our man happy and also allowing him to share his life experience with all of us. And to BWF Solicitors family here in the UK, back home in Ghana, and to everybody else, clients, people who watch us on BWTV, and people who have stories to tell but haven't had the chance to even say it now and then, and to everybody that's been part of the story so far. Thank you, and thank you again. And let's continue to pray for Uncle Ben. So to my producer, Professor Ade, and to my admin and aesthetics people, Sheila and Padmo, to everybody, want to say, Uncle Ben, super happy birthday. May God continue to bless you. We'll celebrate you. Even if you ask us to stop, we'll celebrate you and make sure that you feel that you have been celebrated because you've been a blessing to everybody. And to you out there, thank you very much. I'll have another edition same time next week, so I'll be inviting you. So until then, please be good. Thank you.